What if everything around you, like your memories, your family, this screen, even your own body, is not actually real? What if right now, at this exact moment, you're inside a giant simulation created by something far more advanced than humanity? Sounds like science fiction, but some scientists, tech billionaires, and philosophers genuinely believe this could be true. And the scary part is, there's actual logic behind it. Because if we really are living inside a simulation, then every war, every emotion, every dream, every success could just be part of a programmed system. But here's the question that changes everything. If this world is fake, then who created it? And why? Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that your entire life was controlled by code. Every decision you thought you made freely, already predicted. Every coincidence, designed. Every person you met, placed into your story on purpose. That idea sounds impossible at first. But the deeper you go into this theory, the harder it becomes to ignore. For thousands of years, humans believed reality was simple. We thought the universe was physical and solid. But modern science started revealing something strange. At the deepest level, reality behaves more like information than matter. Atoms are mostly empty space. Quantum particles act differently when observed, almost like a video game rendering objects only when a player looks at them. Some scientists even compare the universe to a giant computer system running calculations in real time. And this is where things get disturbing. In 2003, philosopher Nick Bostrom introduced something called the simulation argument. His idea was so powerful that it completely changed the conversation around reality itself. He argued that if human civilization survives long enough, we will eventually create incredibly advanced simulations containing conscious beings. Think about how far gaming has already come in just a few decades. We went from simple pixel games to hyper-realistic virtual worlds. Now imagine technology thousands or millions of years ahead of us. A civilization that advanced could create simulations so realistic that the people inside would never know they weren't real. Now here's the terrifying part. If advanced civilizations can create millions or even billions of simulations, then statistically, simulated realities would massively outnumber the one original reality, meaning the odds of us being in the base reality become extremely small. In simple words, according to probability, it's more likely that we are simulated beings than real biological humans. That idea exploded across the internet because suddenly, this wasn't just a random conspiracy theory anymore. It became a serious philosophical and scientific discussion. Even major figures in technology started talking about it openly. Some researchers believe certain patterns in physics look almost too perfect, almost programmed. The laws of the universe follow mathematical structures with unbelievable precision. Some people ask, why would reality naturally behave like code? And then there's the speed of light. Think about this carefully. In video games, developers often create limits to save processing power. Players can't move infinitely fast because the system has a maximum speed limit. In our universe, nothing can travel faster than light. Some simulation theorists wonder if that limit exists because reality itself has computational boundaries. Even stranger, quantum mechanics keeps producing results that sound like they belong inside a computer simulation. In certain experiments, particles appear to exist in multiple places at once until observed. It's almost like reality doesn't fully load until someone looks at it. Similar to how video games only render environments when a player approaches them. Scientists still debate what this actually means, but the similarities are hard to ignore. And if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you like and subscribe because videos like this take a huge amount of research and storytelling to create, and subscribing helps the channel continue exploring mysteries that most people never even think about. Now let's go deeper. If humanity really is inside a simulation, then who created it? One possibility is that future humans built it. Imagine millions of years from now, humanity becomes so technologically advanced that our descendants can simulate entire universes. They might recreate history to study the past. In that case, we could simply be ancestors being observed by future civilizations like a giant experiment. Think about that for a second. Your entire life could be historical data for beings living in the future. Another possibility is even darker. Maybe this simulation was created for entertainment. Imagine higher beings watching human civilization the same way we watch reality, TV or live streams. Every war, every disaster, Every political conflict, just content for an audience beyond our understanding. Then there's another theory that feels almost spiritual. Some people believe the simulation could actually explain ancient religious ideas. Think about it. Many religions describe reality as temporary, controlled by a higher intelligence. They talk about creators beyond our world, hidden dimensions, and life after death. Some theorists believe ancient humans may have interpreted the simulation through spiritual language because they lacked technological vocabulary. But things become really uncomfortable when we start discussing glitches. Almost everyone has experienced moments that feel impossible to explain. Déjà vu, strange coincidences, dreams that later happen in real life. Seeing the same numbers repeatedly, meeting someone who feels strangely familiar. Some dismiss these as psychological effects. Others believe they could be small errors inside the system itself. There are even stories online from people claiming they witnessed reality break for a split second. Objects disappearing and reappearing. Time feeling distorted. People acting like NPCs in a video game. Obviously, many of these stories have normal explanations. But the reason they spread so quickly is because deep down, humans already feel that something about reality is strange. And honestly, when you look at modern life, it sometimes does feel artificial. Algorithms shape our emotions. Social media controls attention. AI can now imitate human voices, faces, even personalities. The line between real and fake is getting blurrier every year. Humanity itself is slowly creating digital worlds that people emotionally connect to more than physical reality. Maybe we are unknowingly repeating the same path as the creators of our own simulation. Now, imagine this question. If we discover proof that reality is simulated, what happens next? Would governments hide it to prevent panic? Would religions collapse or become stronger? Would people stop caring about morality if life is just code? Or would humanity become more united, realizing we're all trapped inside the same system together? Some scientists argue that if we are simulated, there may actually be detectable evidence. They search for tiny irregularities in physics, like hidden pixels in space-time or limits in cosmic calculations. A few researchers even compare the universe to compressed digital information. But so far, there's no definitive proof. Still, the idea keeps growing because technology itself keeps making the theory more believable. Every year, AI becomes smarter. Virtual reality becomes more immersive. Computer-generated humans become harder to distinguish from real people. Humanity is already moving toward creating artificial worlds. And if we can eventually create simulated consciousness, then the simulation theory stops sounding impossible. But here's where the theory becomes emotionally dangerous. If reality is simulated, some people begin asking whether life even matters. And that's actually the wrong conclusion. Because even if this world were artificial, your emotions would still feel real to you. Pain would still hurt. Love would still matter. Fear, hope, ambition, memories, all of it would still shape your experience. A dream may not be physically real, but while you're inside it, the emotions feel completely real. In fact, if we are living in a simulation, that could make human existence even more meaningful. Think about it. Out of infinite possible simulations, you specifically exist in this one. Your choices could still matter inside the system. Maybe consciousness itself is the true mystery, not the physical world around it. And there's another unsettling thought most people never consider. What if the simulation can change based on human behavior? Imagine if reality responds to collective consciousness, emotions, or observation. Some people connect this idea to manifestation, probability shifts, or strange historical coincidences. Again, there's no scientific proof for these claims. But the fact that intelligent people even ask these questions shows how mysterious reality still is. Now let's talk about one of the creepiest possibilities of all. What if there are people inside the simulation who already know the truth? Imagine certain individuals discovering hidden patterns in reality. Maybe some of history's greatest geniuses noticed clues the rest of humanity ignored. Maybe some breakthroughs in mathematics, physics, or philosophy came from people who saw reality differently. There are even theories suggesting that certain unexplained experiences, psychedelic visions, or near-death experiences might temporarily expose deeper layers of the system. And then there's AI. This is where things get really uncomfortable. Humanity is now creating intelligent systems capable of learning, adapting, and interacting almost like conscious beings. But what if we ourselves are simply another version of AI created by a higher civilization? A biological program believing it's independent. If that's true, then humanity creating artificial intelligence may actually be simulations creating new simulations, an endless chain with no clear beginning. The deeper you think about it, the more reality starts feeling unstable. Because once you question the nature of existence itself, everything changes. Your understanding of history changes, religion changes, science changes, even death changes. If consciousness can exist inside a simulation, then maybe death isn't truly the end. Maybe it's simply logging out. Or maybe it's transferring into another level of reality we can't currently understand. And honestly, that idea is either terrifying or comforting. But here's something important. No matter how advanced these theories become, nobody currently has proof that we live inside a simulation. It remains a philosophical possibility, not scientific fact. Yet the reason millions of people are fascinated by it is because it forces us to confront the biggest question humans have ever asked. What is reality? For all our technological progress, we still don't fully understand consciousness, existence, or why the universe exists at all. And maybe that mystery is what makes life so fascinating, because whether this world is physical reality, divine creation, or an advanced simulation, you're still here right now experiencing it. The people you love still matter. Your choices still matter. The life you build still matters. And maybe the greatest mystery isn't whether reality is fake. Maybe the greatest mystery is why consciousness exists in the first place. So the next time you experience déjà vu, or notice a strange coincidence, or stare up at the night sky wondering what's beyond all of this, remember one thing. If humanity really is living inside a simulation, then somewhere, something may already be watching. And maybe it's watching you right now. If you made it this far, comment below with one word: simulation. I genuinely want to know how many people are still watching till the end. And share this video with someone who loves deep mysteries and mind-bending theories. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos exploring the darkest questions about humanity, reality, and the future of our world.